Hey guys, I'm Jorge Simons, and I'll be hosting the fourth episode of the UXClinic, along with a great team of passionate designers and a very special guest from our case study today, BidAway. The UXClinic is an initiative to give back to the software community we are proudly part of. And before we hit it off, I'd like to remind you you can check out the amazing content all of these guys have created over the weeks at uxclinic.nearsom.com. You can check stuff out like infographics, videos, full episodes, and also a very important thing, which is a full report on each design method the team has decided to use to evaluate each case study. So please just log in to uxclinic.nearsom.com. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our panel of experts today, starting off with Marisol.
Hi everyone. My name is Marisol. I'm also known as the queen of the UXClinic, as you can see right now. I have 10 years of experience as a designer in the design field. Been working a lot in the software development industry. This last 4 or 5 years, I've been working as a UX designer and also as interaction designer in places like T-Mobile and a couple of startups, and now here at Nearsoft.
Thank you, Queen. Part of the design kingdom, too, if that's what we're doing now, is Diana Arballo, who's also a founding member of the UXClinic. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you, Jorge. Hello, everybody. I'm Diana. I have 10 years experience, 8 of them working in the software development industry. I have the privilege to work for different companies, some related like the healthcare industry, tracking food, some startups, designing games for Facebook, and now I'm here at Nearsoft. Also, I am a photographer, and as the most of designers, I'm a freaky color person. So thanks for watching.
We can't avoid but laugh, but she's actually really talented with the visual part of things. Also, part of this design kingdom is a newcomer, Misael. He's more of the researchy kind of guy, the data-driven kind of scientist. So, Misael, welcome to UXClinic.
Thank you, Jorge. And actually, I'm really excited to be here for the first time. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have 12 years of experience, and for me, it's been a long arc from marketing to advertising to then graphic and web design, and slowly becoming a UX designer. I've always been curious about what drives people's behavior and how to translate that into amazing visual experiences. So that's why I'm here.
And we're glad you're here. We might be kidding with kingdoms and witches and whatever, but we compounded a really cool group of experts ranging from like Misael marketing, the visual side, Diana, academic side even as a designer, Marisol. So you just hang on and you'll see what we have prepared for you. A very important part of this week's team too is Roxana Popescu. I don't want to leave you out, Roxana. She's a part of the development team of BidAway as a front-end developer. And I'm going to give the mic to you, Roxana. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and about the BidAway website?
Yep, thank you. So, yeah, everybody, first of all, thank you so much for having us as your case study. My name is Roxana, and I'm a web developer at BidAway. Just to give you a quick description of our platform. BidAway gives its users the possibility of upgrading their vacation. Thanks to our partnerships with high-class hotels, cruise lines, and other entertainment providers. Since we are trying to fill in the excess capacity for our partners, we are being able to provide a great range of exclusive offers at very convenient prices. Besides that, we've recently extended our touristic offer to over 100,000 hotels, so the users can definitely find a solution, an accommodation solution on BidAway. The unique experience that we give our users is that they can bid for any of our exclusive offers, and they are able to decide the price that they are willing to pay for the vacation that they want. Of course, if they do not want to participate at one of our real-time auctions, they can always choose the direct booking possibility. We do understand that giving a great user experience to our users is really important and strictly related to a good user understanding of how our website works. So We are looking forward to your feedback and any suggestion you might want to share with us, of course.
Oh, thank you so much for being here today. Actually, one of the things the designers commented was that your site is actually visually stunning. So they had to pick a very specific method so they could actually give you really good feedback. You see, every episode we choose a different method of evaluation, and this time it's called Kano analysis. But I'm gonna let the experts talk about this because they need to tell us what Kano analysis is and how they did it for this episode.
Yeah, so as Jorge just said, it was really hard for us to find a good method for you guys, just because you have a really good visual design already, and a lot of the interaction with design is really good. So we did an analysis or initial evaluation of your competitors along with you guys, and then tried to see what kind of things they had good, and then what were their strengths and weaknesses and your strengths and weaknesses. And that's why when we came up with using the Kane analysis, and that was for three main reasons. The first reason is that it's a quantitative research method for product development. So if you want to improve your product, or if you want to see if there's a specific feature that is better than the other, and you should be working on because it will bring more satisfaction to the users, then Kane analysis can help us with that. The second reason is because even though it's quantitative, it can measure emotional reactions to features. So what we were asking the users is, what's their gut reaction to a specific feature, whether they like it or not, or how much delight it will bring to them. And then the third reason is for its impact on user satisfaction. So we got a sample that it could be relatively small, because in this case we were analyzing 12 users, but this can already give us a trend of how the rest of the user base will behave. So that was the main three reasons why we chose Kane analysis in this case for BidAway. And so this is why we did it. So now we're going to go on how we did it.
Yeah, basically, Kane analysis is very simple. You can take a feature and show them to the participants. In our case study, we recruit 12 potential participants according to the target market of BidAway. And then we conducted 12 personal interviews with each of them. And we asked them how they feel in a positive and negative question about the future. And we started to get a lot of insights from them. See their reactions, their gestures, their body language, how they show us their satisfaction. And as Marisol explained, this is a quantitative method, so we cannot get only these insights about their body language or their gestures. So we have a questionnaire and with 5 possible answers to respond these positive and negative questions. And the possible answers are the first one is I like it, so the participants could answer that. The second is it must be that way, so that means that the feature is non-negotiated and it will be in the product. The third one is I'm neutral, so it's okay if the feature is present or not. And the fourth is I can tolerate it, so the participants can live with or without the feature. And the last one is I dislike it.
Yes, and also among the set of features that we tested, we had one in particular that was key to understand the Kano results. So we measured the user's sense of expectation towards the core feature of BidAway, which is the ability to bid at auctions. And we asked the users, how would you feel if this feature was present while you are doing your travel research? And we also asked them, how would you feel if this feature was not provided? So depending on the responses, that allow us to create 3 main subgroups of users to better understand the results. And the first group are the early adopters. Then a second group are the late adopters, and then the non-adopters. Each one of them has its own characteristics, and we will learn more about them as we move forward.
So what you're saying is you had to take BidAway's core feature, which is bidding at actions, and actually separate different groups or different strats of different users, and then put them against a matrix, right, for each of the groups. And this was based on the 5 questions or the 5 answers dynamic Diana just described. Just to sum things up.
Yeah, so we took, as you said, we analyzed all the results and we laid down on the matrix that Bunny is going to show us in a little bit. So as you can see here on the screen, we have this matrix that help us to sort out the different features. So each one of the features is represented with a little bubble. If the bubble gets bigger, it means that it's more important for the users. And if it goes to the top, that means that it will bring the most amount of satisfaction. So that was a little tool that we used to help us get started in the analysis. So in the case of the early adopters, the features that they found more attractive was the packages, which is a feature that BidAway already has, where you can have a hotel with different activities. And then the second feature is a refined search that it doesn't exist right now. Early adopters are a group of people that they travel a lot and they use a lot of websites that are related to traveling. So they're very opinionated and they want to get refined, the option of having a refined search. They wanted to see it by country, by city, and by specific activity. The third one is travel inspiration. We will talk more about this specific feature because it's a feature that doesn't appear in BidAway, but it appears in some of their competitors. And then this is for the attractive ones. And then the attractive ones is that a feature that if you have it, it will have an exponential growth in terms of satisfaction. And then the other ones that we're talking about, they're the linears, which will bring a satisfaction, but it will be more gradually as you are improving the feature. So in this case, we have the direct booking, a feature that already has BidAway. And then the second one is having the facility details present. So all the different information from the hotel or the packages. And then the third one is the rating. So the ability to give a grade or seeing what other people think about that specific hotel or package.
Yeah, and then we have the late adopters. They found 3 major features as attractive, and these features are very similar than the early adopters. And these features are the travel inspiration, bid at actions, and the packages. And the reason why they behave very similar than the early adopters is because they go with the flow. So unfortunately, these 3 major features is not going to be used for them until these become popular. And that's because this is the way that the late adopters behaves. And this is because they don't travel so often, maybe once a year. And they want to have the complete control about their travels. So the idea of do a bid for get a room or buy a package, it's a little unfamiliar for them, but it will be, in the future, it will be part of their process. That means that this is a huge opportunity for BidAway to get their attention and become part of their core users. And in a linear way, we found 2 major features as attractive, but in a linear way. And this is the direct booking and the full mobile version.
Yes, and last but not least, we have the non-adopters. During the research, we learned that these people do not travel as often as the previous groups. But this doesn't mean they are not a potential market for BidAway. They are simply not ready yet to use the core feature that is bidding at auctions. But they are interested in other things while they are looking for their traveling options. So they are more into how the information is displayed. And what we found is that what they find attractive are these features that we see on screen. So you see that they want the full details of the facility, the hotel that they are looking at. They would like to be inspired. and they would like to have packages as BidAway currently supports. But what these three features have in common are the way the information are displayed. So while these people do not travel often, but they are looking information to finally make up their minds, and if you present the information in an attractive way, they will get into the BidAway offer. And the second group of features that they want are this linear that Marisol just explained the behavior, and they would like to have the ability to booking directly to the site. So BidAway currently does this. And they would like to have full control over the mobile version. And what this means is that they might not travel as often. They might not bid at auctions right now, but they are exploring the information. So if you present it in a very attractive way, they will finally access to the features.
So here comes Captain Summary to the rescue again. So what you're saying is you have potential customers like from 1 to 3, and the ones that are first in line are early adopters, and then late adopters, and then non-adopters. But it doesn't mean that non-adopters will never buy it. It just gives you focus on which features are most attractive, so you can focus on those. And attractive features are #1 priority, and linear features are those that will grow steady through time. And this guys should focus on the next design iteration, right? So I'm seeing a slide here saying emerging patterns. So that means you had to cross-reference every single type of adopter, right? So how did that work out?
Yeah, so first when we initially did the analysis, we had all the users together, and then we created these different 3 groups depending on the pivotal question that we explained first, which is the main feature of BidAway, the ability to bid on auctions for hotels. So we have the early adopters, and that became our pivotal or focus group. And from that, we compare those to late adopters and the non-adopters. So we have these 3 lists of the features that we have for the features that they were more attractive, the most attractive, and the linear ones. And in terms of satisfaction, all these features were the ones that will bring the most satisfaction from all of them. And when we were cross-referencing all these features, we realized that there was an emerging pattern that all 3 of them like these 3 features. Well, the first one is the packages. The second one is the direct booking. And then the third one is the travel inspiration. In terms of the packages, this is the mock-up or the little wireframe that we draw when we were doing the tests, because we didn't really want to show them the websites so they won't get biased. So the way the packages work is that you get a package with the hotel and different activities, and a lot of the users, especially the early adopters, they told us that the reason why they like that is because if BidAway offers the hotel, that's great. But because they travel a lot and they don't have a lot of time, if the BidAway could offer them the whole package in a bundle, that will be just awesome, and it will make their experience way more pleasant. And then the second one is the direct booking. That it is also a feature that BidAway has. So this is the ability, or they allow the user to go through searching for a hotel and then to go through the whole booking process in the same website. And also all the users liked it, and especially the early adopters, they said that it helped to build trust. So these 2 our recommendation here is just to keep building it, because it will bring more and more satisfaction. So you should keep refining these 2. And in the case of the travel inspiration, which is a feature that doesn't exist, we have a little different suggestions on how you can implement that.
Yes, actually, we are very excited to present you guys this option, this feature that is currently not supported in BidAway. And when we showed this mock-up to the users, they all responded very well. And when we explained it, how it works, they were delighted, actually. So we asked them, how would you feel if this feature was present? And they all said, that's a great idea. I could really use this to get myself inspired on my next vacation decision. And when we asked them, how would you feel if this feature was not provided? they all said, actually they all said, well, now that you are showing it to me, I really like it. I want it now. So we were like, that's really interesting. We would like to see how that would look on BidAway, look and feel. So this is our design proposal, and let me explain you a little bit how it works. So basically, you have two components. The first one, you ask the user, what is it that you like to do during vacation? Perhaps romance or shopping or spa. And then you ask them to where you want to go these activities, and then you click on Inspire Me button, and BidAway will show the available offers they have for that particular combination that they just did. And what's great about Kano, it's that allows you to work on features that users really want and desire, and without wasting any time or money. And that's part of the final insights that we want to discuss.
Yeah, something that they told us was that maybe they were looking for something, and when they get inspired, they will the site can bring them something else that they didn't really think of, maybe an activity or a package, and because they didn't have the initial idea, they wouldn't get it. But now the website can gives them the idea that then they could purchase even more.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. Well, and finally, we have 5 key insights that we want to share with you guys. The first one is get rid of assumptions. Stop thinking in your own personal way and do some research. The second one is distribute budget, time, and resource. And the third one is the statistical confidence, and this is about get hard data to make your own decisions. The fourth is communicate ROI, and the last one is expand BidAway's capabilities. And we want to highlight also that Kano analysis is a very inexpensive and cost-effective method. And as you can see in the whole presentation, we only used paper and ink to present the possible features or the current features to our participants, and we get a lot of insights from the and sorry, and with this analysis, you can get numbers, and you can take decisions based on real numbers. And who doesn't love numbers to yeah, to see
I don't think everyone in the world loves numbers.
Well,
but,
I'm not really a fan of math. I have to say that. But and in terms of decisions, everyone wants to have almost the 100% certain of this is the right direction. And with Kano, you get this kind of data.
That's what I was going to say. Sorry, I try to interrupt. What's shocking to me is that you have a cost-effective method that can actually help you test features before you even have them in the site, like travel inspiration, and at the same time, it can help you distribute budget, time, and resources, and even have this statistical confidence to say, okay, here's a method with a matrix that's telling me that this is what's going to go through time. It's almost like predicting the future of these features. But anyway, let's take go of my opinion and ask for Roxana's. I know, Roxana, it's a lot of information to take in, but I just like to hear an overview. Your feedback is really important for us.
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing review. You have given us some very, very interesting and useful points, especially the refined search and the travel inspiration. I have to say they are very interesting points. We of course are constantly trying to improve the user experience on our website, and of course that we are going to take into consideration every single one of your recommendations. So thank you.
I think you gave this guys quite a challenge, because it's a really amazing website. So it's been one of the hard episodes. So I guess that's all from us today. I really want to thank Roxana and everyone that's viewing us. But before we leave, is there anything you guys want to say? One of our experts here, designers, the queen, the statistician.
I want to say thank you for all the participants.
Yes, also, I would like to send an invitation to our viewers to download the report that we are preparing. Because Kano, it's really simple to implement, as we saw, but the results that it gives us are really complex, and there are many ways to visualize the results, and they are all pretty interesting. There are some charts that, due to the lack of time that for this episode, we were not showing you, but you can see the full details of the process on the report. So please visit our site.
I want to make a quick announcement here. Can you put the last slide, please? It's just a little piece of advertising. I just want to invite you all. If you have an app or a website that you would like to be featured in our initiative here at the UX Clinic, just go and visit our website, uxclinic.nearsoft.com, or you can drop us a line, uxclinic@nearsoft.com. So if you want to talk with us about your case study or maybe a project that will be a little longer, we can just work it out. And yeah, just visit us and stay in touch. And subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
So that's all for today. We have questions, but we will answer them privately through email because our time today is up. Thank you, Bani, who's making this all possible on the tech side. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you in 3 weeks' time for a new episode of the UX Clinic. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.